My League's 4 goal is to kill Zuck before he summons his first set. Hi, my name is Spencer, and here's my broken build and how I'm gonna kill Zuck very fast. I'm starting my league like everyone else, spam clicking for 40 to 50 minutes until I'm able to get in. But then after I get in, I make my first choice of relics. I am going Production Prodigy. This is maybe one of the only regrets I have. I am a little bit jealous of Trickster, but Production Prodigy does have its uses. First thing you have to do is fix your keybinds, and then I haven't watched any guides or read any information on this, so the planning I did was all in my head and could be wrong, or it could be genius, who knows. It was quite wild at the beginning, so I was just running around, chopping any tree I saw, shooting any goblin I could see, but I was missing a lot of them just because they were all taken by everybody else. I did a couple tasks in Draenor, but then within my first couple minutes of playing the game, I remembered I could go get a free 10,000 from the Stronghold of Security. After using other players as a human meat shield, I was able to claim my 10,000 GP. Many tasks later, and I get tier 2 relics. Of course I'm taking Fairy's Flight, because it's a little bit broken. I took Asgarnia first, because for some reason in my head, I saw Camdozel as a gold mine of league points, and I could get a tier 40 weapon relatively easily. This did not prove to be successful. Woodcutting and fishing are fine to train in leagues, but mining has been a bit of a pain because it's a constant fight against 50 other people. I need to make sure I get on my birdhouse runs early, so I'm training some construction, so I can build clockwork mechanisms, so I can do birdhouse. Ah, the early days of Iron Man. Tier 3. And now for the first relic choice that really matters for my Zuck run. I have to go with the Banker's Note. This is actually very important for the strategy I plan on using, and even as nice as Fire Sale sounds, I couldn't do this strat with it. So why is Banknote so important, and what is the overall plan? Like I said earlier, I took the Asgarnia region, which means I have access to God Wars and the Zerite Crossbow. So we're obviously going to be taking the Range Relic, but how does the Banknote Relic help with the Zerite Crossbow? Well, let's look ahead at a future relic. In Tier 7, I will get access to the Weapon Master Relic. With this relic, I will be able to use a special attack whenever I want, and my spec bar recharges even quicker when I have the Lightbearer equipped. Using the Zerite Crossbow with Ruby Bolts, this means I have bolts that can do 110 damage every 2 ticks. And sometimes the Archer relic shoots twice, so I can actually deal up to 220 damage in 1 tick. This relic will deal 25 damage to me though if I do not have enough spec. This is where the Banker's Note comes in. I can spam Bruise while specking because Bruise won't slow my attacks down at all. But wait, you say. Won't I be at like 1 range? Yes I will be at like 1 range. But the special attacks from Weapon Master always hit, so my accuracy doesn't matter. And Ruby Bolts deal % damage, so it won't be affected by my low range level. But wait, you say. Ruby Bolts do % damage. What about when the boss doesn't have that much health left? That's where our next relic comes in. The Executioner relic in Tier 8 will instantly kill a target with less than 20 HP. The Ruby Bolts will quickly get Zuck down to this threshold, and then we can equip the axe to finish the fight. Unless I am completely wrong with how these stack, let's see how this plays out. Ruby Bolts do 20% damage of the opponent's health with a cap of 100. The Zerite Crossbow makes this 10% better, so it can hit 110. This means as long as the enemy has at least 500 HP, we will hit a 110. Zuck has 1200 HP, and he summons healers that heal him at 240. This is exactly 20% of his health. I'm going to assume worst case scenario and that the Archer relic never goes off. This is how I think the fight will go. Ruby Bolt, Zuck is now at 1090 HP, Ruby Bolt, Zuck is now at 980 HP. Ruby Bolt, Zuck has 870. Ruby Bolt, Zuck is now at 760. And then 650. And then 540. And then 430. He is now below 500 HP, so we will no longer hit 110 damage. But at 430, we're still going to hit a 94 with our rubies, so we're still going to use them. This will bring him to 336, then we do 73 damage with our ruby, bringing him to 263, just above the threshold, so one more special attack will get us there. It doesn't have to be a ruby, but I will likely use a ruby because I don't see any benefit in switching bolts at this point. It will hit a 57, this will bring him to 206, this will spawn the healers, and we will also be able to kill him instantly with the axe. Each of these actions should only take 2 ticks. With 11 actions total, this is a 22 tick fight, or a 13.2 second Zuck. Potentially faster if I get lucky with the Archer's Relic as well. With a goal in mind, let's continue this journey to see if we can actually accomplish this. I was mining Pure Essence because I saw there was a lot of tasks for runecrafting, but then I looked at the wiki and I noticed Soul Wars has a very large Pure Essence drop. There weren't many people at Soul Wars, so this gentleman showed me how to trade wins. We alternate who wins, and the winner was getting between 30 and 40 zeal per game. So I was able to get a Spoils of War basically every game. Sometimes I got 2 Spoils of War in one game when my points overflowed. But he let me know you could actually use these points on prayer as well, and each of these games lasts about 4 minutes, and you would end up with about 200 to 300,000 prayer experience per game, depending on your current level. After getting some good supplies from Soul Wars, I went to the Abyssal area that's accessible to everyone and killed some leeches for talismans. The Banker's Note relic was pretty cracked for rune crafting, and I'll have plenty of nature runes for alching stuff now. After getting the Archer relic, I went and got some runite limbs from the Iron Dragons in the Soul Wars dungeon, and then I trained my fletching up to 69, and I now have my rune crossbow, which is an insane DPS boost over the bone crossbow. I thought the studded leather looked pretty goofy though, so I wanted to go kill some black dragons to get some black dragon armor. Somebody reminded me there were black dragons in the evil chicken lair in Zanaris, so I got the chicken eggs that I needed to enter the lair and went to Zanaris. But then they let me know I was dumb because it's not a chicken egg I need, it's actually a raw chicken I need. So I went back and I got the raw chicken, and then I couldn't get in. Apparently you need recipe for disaster, and I wasn't feeling like even trying that. I don't know if it's possible. So I looked it up, and we could just go to Taverley Dungeon because I did unlock Asgarnia and safe spot them very easily. Now I go make my black dragon hide armor so I don't look... Ew. I need 70 range. Okay. I wanted to do the fight caves after this anyways, and I didn't have any prayer potions, so I figured I could go train while getting prayer potions. And what better location to get prayer potions than the Leviathan! Oh, fuck. I guess if you only have level 3 magic, you can't cast shadow spells, and that's a little bit tough. I did think about having a miserable time at Calphite Queen, but ultimately it was decided that I should go kill Chaos Druids. I was able to get 70 range here so I could equip my Black Dragon Hide, as well as a high enough Herblore level to use prayer potions. I went and bought some cooked Karambwans from Brimhaven, because you don't even need a quest to do them, and then I noted them and went into the fight caves, which with noted prayer potions and noted Karambwans is a very easy task to get your fire cape. You get 200 points for equipping the fire cape, and then you can do the challenges, the 1 Jad and the 2 Jads, and those are each 80 point tasks, so this was worth it for me. I mentioned earlier that I have the desert and Asgarnia unlocked for my plan. You may be wondering what my third region is. Well, I have no idea and the indecision is killing me. Do I go Fremenic and have fun with a Venator bow that is 2 ticks and has access to dragon arrows? But I don't even know where I would use it in my regions though. Like if I had Cox, it would be really fun in the catacombs. I'm also curious how the Fuma's Vow, the poison prayer, stacks with a blowpipe and serpentine helm in the elf region, and that would be hilarious to see a 1-tick blowpipe with poison stacks showing up every tick potentially. Maybe the chambers would be really cool so I could try out the upcoming changes and the league's buffs? Or maybe Mauritania. It's got Tob, and range Tob sounds like a very good time. It's also got Nightmare. I don't even know if range works on Nightmare. I've never even attempted it there. And then Barrows would be cool, and I'm sure the Swamp Man is hiding there somewhere. The walls are closing in. I don't know what to choose. If you want to come watch me, I'm live on Twitch right now, living with my indecisions. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day and are enjoying your leagues. A like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated.